People hear the word silver stacking and immediately think that it's for people with a lot of extra cash lying around. Rich guys with safes full of coins, and that's not true. And today, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to start stacking silver on a tight budget, how to find the best deals, and where not to waste your money, how to actually pay for it without getting eaten alive by fees, and the little tricks that took me a while to figure out. Whether you've got $50 a month or $200 a month to put into this video is for you, so let's get into it. All right, so why silver, you might be asking? Let's talk about it. So silver is a tangible asset. It's just not some number on a screen. It's not a promise, and it's not dependent on a company not going bankrupt. You can hold it in your hand, and that matters to a lot of people. It's also historically been a store of value. It's used industrially, things like solar panels, electronics, medical equipment. So there's real demand beyond just collectors and stackers. And the barrier to entry is relatively low, especially compared to gold and platinum. You can buy a 1 ounce round for somewhere around spot price, somewhere around $75 when I filmed this video. So that's an ounce of real silver for, a nice dinner. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a slow, patient strategy. Think of it like building a foundation. And so next up, let's talk about how to actually do this on a budget. So let's talk spot price and premiums because you need to understand those. The most important concept in budget stacking is the premium. If you don't understand this, you will waste money. Simple as that. So the spot price is the raw market price for 1 troy ounce of silver right now. You can check it on Kitco, APMEX, or just Google silver spot price. And the premium is what you pay on top of the spot. Every dealer has to make some money, so they charge a little over spot. So the question is, how much over spot is reasonable? So typically your generic rounds and bars are only going to be a couple dollars to $3 over spot, best for budget stackers. Next would be government minted coins. Maples and Britannias usually have pretty good spot prices. They're only, $4 to $8 over spot. Eagles are typically the most expensive, at least here in North America. And then the coins you probably don't want to deal with, especially as a beginner and on a budget, is numismatic or graded coins. So those are those ones you see in like slabs, the rectangle plastic, and they're sent off to be graded. So those definitely cost more than your standard bullion coin. And then, the worst place would probably be, retail stores, pawn shops, and jewelry stores are going to charge the most premium, often 30 to 50% over spot. So as a budget stacker, your goal is to minimize that premium you pay without sacrificing the quality. So buy as close to spot as possible. And be careful if it's below spot or if it's really cheap, it's probably not real silver. So that means generic bars and rounds are probably your best friend for stacking on a budget. They're typically 3/9 fine silver, and they stack the same, and they cost way less than things like silver eagles. Now, does that mean silver eagles are bad? No, they're beautiful, they're US mint, and they have a premium on the resale market. But when you're stacking on a budget, every dollar per spot is a dollar not buying more silver. For most budget stackers, online dealers are where you're going to get the best prices. Here are some of the ones I actually use. APMEX has a huge selection, reliable. They're a little bit on the pricier side of things, however, but they have a pretty low free shipping threshold. JM Bullion, competitive pricing and free shipping, I think over $500. And SD Bullion also has really good prices. One of my favorites lately is bullionexchanges.com. They have really competitive pricing, and I believe free shipping kicks in at $500 for the order. So, pro tip, always compare across 2 to 3 sites before you buy. Premiums vary day to day or even hour to hour if it's a weekday. And then different products have different premiums depending on where you're buying them from. So there's a good site I like to go to called findbullionprices.com, and I'll put a link to it in the description. But there you can just choose the coin or the round you want and quickly find the cheapest dealer. So also, a lot of these sites have weekly deals, daily deals, clearance items, spot price deals. Um, so though you can typically get a pretty good deal by following those sales if you're patient and you know what you're looking for. Also, local coin shops, don't sleep on that. The premiums can be a little bit higher, but if you pay with cash, they could cut you a discount, without, I guess, explicitly stating that. So the advantages of your local coin shop are no shipping fees. You don't have to save up to $200, $500 for free shipping. You don't have to wait a couple weeks to get your order. And you can build a relationship, which, like I said, they can sometimes cut you a deal, especially if you're paying cash. That helps them out. So another big thing is you can inspect before you buy. Make sure there's no tarnish. It is what you expect. Sometimes these coins look better on websites than when you actually get them in your hand. So yeah, definitely crash transactions if possible, and more on that in a minute. So you just walk in, introduce yourself, tell them you're just starting out, and a good coin shop owner will respect that and help you understand what you're looking for and help get you sent down the right path. And then the elephant in the room, I would say, is eBay. I mean, it can work, but tread carefully. Always calculate the price per ounce yourself, factor in shipping, check seller feedback, and some deals are real and some are traps. Facebook Marketplace, local buy sell groups can also have deals, and people sometimes sell inherited silver without knowing the real value. Just make sure you know how to verify what you are buying. Let's talk about how to buy. So, besides where you shop and what you buy, this is the biggest thing under your control. So, how you pay matters just as much as where you buy. So, don't use a credit card usually. Most dealers charge a credit surcharge of 3 to 4%, and on a $200 order, that's $6 to $8 gone immediately. But it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but that's more silver you could have bought with that. And plus, if you're putting silver on a credit card and you're not actually paying it off, you are defeating the purpose of investing in the silver at all. So you can use your credit card. I wouldn't suggest it, but make sure you pay it off. Don't carry a balance on that. So my preferred way for buying, especially online, is e-check. So most dealers will give you a discount for paying by check or e-check, and usually get a lot closer to spot for doing that. The only downside is it takes like a week to clear before they ship your order, so you gotta be a little bit patient. But it's totally worth it. And all the major sites I've ordered from all use the same underlying bake connection plaid. So once you've set up with one, it's really easy to set up with the others. So, and then finally, I touched on this earlier. Local coin shops use cash. No fees. There's no record, no waiting. You just bring the cash, do the deal, walk out with silver, and the local coin shop's gonna love you for that. And then what about like Zelle, Venmo, PayPal? Some private sellers and smaller dealers accept these. Just know that the buyer protection doesn't always cover bullion. And so only use it if it's someone you really trust or a dealer you have a solid reputation with. Next, let's talk what to buy as a budget stacker. So a lot of people start with junk silver, and if you're into that, that's great. So if you don't know, junk silver is just another term for pre 1965 US dimes, quarters, and half dollars. And they're called junk not because they're worthless, they're actually worth quite a bit because of that silver content. But they're called junk because they have no numismatic collector value beyond that silver content. You can often buy these close to spot, and so a bag of old quarters and dimes is real silver and recognizable US coins at a low premium, which is hard to beat. However, I prefer bullion, so that's more pure, 3/9 pure or higher. So 1 ounce generic rounds are the bread and butter, I would say, of budget stacking. Just get some generic designs, don't go crazy. Buffaloes are pretty popular. Um, just don't spend a lot on some crazy design. It's the same silver as the government coins, but with lower premiums. So this is a good workhorse for your stack. And then silver bars, if you prefer that, I would say toss a coin between generic rounds and silver bars. However, if you can afford bigger bars, like 5, 10 ounces, you should get a little bit of a break per ounce buying that larger quantity. So, for example, a 10-ounce bar will almost always have a lower per ounce premium than 10 1-ounce rounds or 10 1-ounce silver bars. So, what to avoid early on? Numismatic or graded coins, you're paying for rarity and not the silver weight. Proof coins, so they're really pretty, high premium, and not worth it for pure stacking. Silver jewelry is messy to value, lower purity, and hard to resell. And then anything from a TV shopping network or late night ad is going to have massive markups. So I would avoid those and go finding these places yourself rather than getting served an ad. All right, let's get into some tips and tricks and habits. So first off, set a monthly budget and stick to it. Even $30 to $50 a month can add up. If you can buy an ounce every other month, that's 6 ounces a year, and that quickly becomes a real stack. Dollar cost average. Don't try and time the market. The spot price will go up, it'll go down. Stick to your schedule, buy consistently, and your average cost will smooth out over time. When you do go to buy, watch for sales and promotions. So dealers run promotions, especially around holidays when they need to move more inventory. You can sign up for the email lists and they'll send you out deal alerts. So when you're ready to buy, you can kind of check what they have on sale and go from there. So if you are buying online, make sure you hit that free shipping threshold. So, AppMex is $1.99. SD Bullion exchanges, I believe, are $4.99 to get that free shipping. Otherwise, you're going to pay like $11 shipping on one coin, which is quite a bit. So try and save up for that free shipping if you are buying online. Keep records, so track what you paid, when and where, and when you do go to sell, you'll want to know your cost basis so that you can pay the tax man and see what you made off of it. So I would say keep detailed records of what you bought, where, and when. And then don't tell everyone. So this is practical, not paranoia. You don't need people knowing that you have a stack at home. So just try and be discreet. And I think that's it for the tips. Let's now get into the outro here. So if you are stacking silver on a budget, that's 100% doable, much more approachable than things like gold or platinum. You don't need to drop, thousands of dollars for those kind of things. You can just save up and get an ounce or two of silver every month or two. You just need to be smart about where you buy and how you pay and what you're buying. So the recap: start small, learn the hobby, build a habit. Your future self will thank you. If this video has helped you out, hit the like button. It actually makes a big difference for a channel like this, and subscribe if you want more content on stacking precious metals and building real wealth that you can hold in your hand slowly and intentionally instead of trying to get rich quick. So drop a comment below. I want to know if you're starting out or if you've been stacking for a while. What's your stacking strategy? And thank you for watching.